In this video, we're going to talk about two properties of tree nodes, depth and height. A lot of people mix these two up, but they're actually different. Let me show you. So this root node over here, its depth is 0. As we go down, as we go deeper, the depth increases. So the depth of this node is 1. The same is true for this other node. Now, what about the depth of 8? Well, we start from the root. So 0, 1, 2, and 3. Another way to calculate the depth is by counting the number of edges from the root to the target node. So we start from here. How many edges do we have to our target node? 1, 2, and 3. So this is depth. Now, what about the height? Height is the opposite of depth. So all these leaf nodes, their height is 0. As we go up, the height increases, just like the height of people. So the height of 6 is 1. The height of 30 is also 1. Now, what about the height of 10? Well, once again, you need to think of people. If someone bends over, does their height change? It doesn't. So imagine this subtree is a person who has bent over. To calculate the height of this subtree, we need to find the longest path from this node, which is like the head of that person, to a leaf. So here we have 3 different paths. We can start from 3, get to 10. We can start from 8, or we can start from 21. What is the longest path? We can either go from 3 or 8. So 1, 2. That is the height of 10. What about the height of 20? Again, we need to calculate the longest path from one of the leaf nodes to this node. So the longest path is over here. We can start from 3 or 8. So we count. How many edges? 1, 2, and 3. And that is the height of this node. The height of the root node is also called the height of the tree. Now, we want to write code to calculate the height of a tree. So we start at the root node, and we should find the longest path to a leaf. That is one of these leaves over here. Now, you might think this is a very complex problem to solve, but actually, this is super easy to solve using recursion. In fact, most of the tree algorithms can be easily solved using recursion. So we want to break down a large, complex problem into a bunch of smaller and easier to solve problems. So instead of calculating the height of the entire tree, we can calculate the height of the left and right subtrees. What is the height of the right subtree? It's 1. Because the height of this leaf node is 0, we go 1 level up. So the height of this node or this subtree is 1. Similarly, the height of the left subtree is 2. Now we compare these values. Which tree is taller? The one on the left. The height of this tree is 2. Now we go 1 level up and we calculate the height of the root node or our main tree. So here's the formula for calculating the height of a node. 1 plus max of height of left and right subtrees. So height is a method that is calling itself recursively. Let's say we want to calculate the height of this subtree. Again, we want to break this down into smaller problems. So we calculate the height of the left and right subtrees. Calculating the height of this subtree is super easy because here we have a single node and the height of this is 0. Now, what about the left subtree? Again, we break this down into smaller problems. We calculate the height of this node, which is 0. We go 1 level up, so the height of this subtree is 1. Now we compare these values. The height of the left subtree is 1. The height of the right subtree is 0. Which one is larger? The left subtree. So we add 1 to it, and this way we can calculate the height of this node or this subtree. Now, here's a question for you. What kind of traversal algorithm have we used here? We have used post-order traversal. As I told you before, with post-order traversal, we visit all the leaves first before going up in the tree. In this example, we visit the 3 and the 8 first, get their heights, and then pass them up to the 6. Now we have the height of the 6 and the 21. So we pass them up to the 10 and keep repeating this until we get to the 20. This is post-order traversal in action. We start with the leaves and pass values up in the tree until we get to the root node. So back to our tree class, we're going to add a new method, public integer height. We're going to give it a node parameter called root. Now here we want to return 1 plus max of the height of the left and right subtrees. So we use the math class. This class has the max method. And this is where we're going to use recursion. So we're going to call this method, and as an argument, we're going to give it the left child or the left subtree of this node. Now the second argument, height of root and right child. Now this is not fitting in my recording window, so I'm going to break this code so you can see it clearly. There you go. So this is our recursive method. Now there is something missing here. Can you see that? That is our base condition. Without that, this method is going to call itself forever. Now, what is our base condition? At some point we want to stop. When is that? That is when we reach a leaf node. So if we get to a leaf node, we should return 0 as the height of that node. So if root, the left child, is null, and root, the right child, is also null, then we're going to return 0. This is our base condition. So this is how we calculate the height of a tree. Now, if we call this method from our main class, we need access to the root of this tree, and we don't have that. So we're going to create another public method, public int height. In this method, we're going to kick off our recursion. So we return height of root, and we make this other method private. Let's test this. So back to our main class, we want to print tree.height. So the height of this tree is 2. Now, what if our tree is empty? So I'm going to comment out these lines and run the program one more time. We get a null pointer exception. We got to fix this. So if our tree is empty, we should return -1. So here in the height method, we check to see if root equals null, then we'll return -1. Let's try it one more time. The problem is solved. Beautiful. Next, we're going to look at finding the minimum value in a binary tree.